Listen closely. This message did not arrive by accident. Before your mind tries to explain it away, before your thumb even thinks about scrolling, pause here. Something unseen moved across distance, time, and silence to reach you at this exact moment. Someone in heaven asked for this message to find you. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. You have been feeling a strange weight lately. Not heavy enough to crush you, but heavy enough to follow you everywhere. Quiet moments feel louder. Nights feel longer. Even smiles feel like they are missing something you cannot name. That is not random. That is memory calling memory. There is a soul who knows your name the way it sounded before the world made it tired. A soul who remembers the version of you that laughed without fear, trusted without doubt, and loved without measuring the cost. They are no longer where you can reach them, but you are still where they can reach you. From where they are now, time does not rush, regret does not hide, love does not fade, and clarity comes without effort. From that place, they finally saw everything clearly, and when they saw you, they spoke your name, not in sadness, not in guilt, but in urgency, because there is something you still do not see about your life. You may think this message is about loss. It is not. It is about protection. There were moments in your life when you felt pushed away from certain paths. People disappeared. Plans collapsed. Doors shut without explanation. You blamed yourself. You questioned your worth. You wondered what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. Someone intervened. Not with noise. Not with fear. But with quiet redirection. There was a choice you almost made that would have slowly erased who you truly are. A relationship that would have drained your spirit while smiling at your face. A direction that looked safe but carried a slow kind of pain. From heaven, they saw it, and they whispered against it. You felt it as hesitation, as delay, as discomfort you could not explain. That was them. You have also felt moments of sudden warmth for no reason. A memory appearing out of nowhere. A scent that should not be there. A song arriving at the exact second you needed it. Those were not coincidences. Those were reminders. They want you to understand something now, while you are still here, still breathing, still able to choose. Their final wish was never about being missed. It was about you being free. They do not want you stuck in guilt. They do not want you trapped in the past. They do not want you shrinking yourself to survive. They want you to live in a way that honors what they see clearly now. There is a strength inside you that you have been postponing. A decision you have been delaying because it feels too big, too risky, too final. They know that decision. They see what happens after it. And they are asking you not to ignore this moment. You are closer to a turning point than you realize. The discomfort you feel is not a warning. It is preparation. Something is being lifted from your path, quietly, so you can walk forward without carrying weight that was never meant to be yours. Do not confuse silence with absence. Heaven is not silent about you. This message is proof. Stay with this feeling. Let it settle. Because this is only the beginning of what they asked to be revealed. What comes next is the reason they could not stay quiet anymore. If you are still here, it means something inside you recognized this voice. Not fear. Recognition. The one who sent this message knows you hesitate before trusting signs. They know you question your intuition. They know how many times you told yourself, "I'm just overthinking." You are not. From where they stand now, truth has no disguise. And the truth is this: you were never meant to carry everything alone. There was a moment in your life when you cried without sound, when you smiled so others would not worry, when you told yourself to be strong even though your strength was running thin. They saw that moment, and it changed something. They realized that love does not end when life ends. It changes shape. It becomes guidance. It becomes timing. It becomes protection that works quietly so you still feel free. You are not being watched. You are being guarded. There is someone near you right now who does not wish you well. Not openly, not obviously, but through quiet envy, through comparison, through silent resentment. You felt uneasy around them without knowing why. That feeling was accurate. The one who sent this message has already begun removing their influence from your life. That is why conversations feel colder. That is why distance is forming naturally. That is why you no longer feel pulled to explain yourself. Let it happen. You do not need closure to be protected. You need clarity. And clarity is arriving piece by piece. Soon, you will be faced with a moment that feels small on the surface. A simple decision, a short conversation, a minor choice, but it will quietly change the direction of your next chapter. When that moment comes, trust the calm option. Trust the choice that brings peace, not excitement. Trust the path that feels steady, not dramatic. They are guiding you towards stability, not chaos. If this message is touching something deep inside you, it is because your spirit already knows it is true. When something resonates, it is not because it is new. It is because it is remembered. Stay connected to this message. Let it sit with you. Let it echo. There are others who need to hear this too, even if they do not know it yet. And when you quietly acknowledge this message, when you allow it to matter, you strengthen the connection that made it reach you. This is not the end of what they asked to say. There is one final truth they need you to hear, and it explains why your life is about to feel lighter than it has in a long time. Stay here. There is something you have been misunderstanding about your life. You thought the delays meant denial. You thought the silence meant abandonment. You thought the struggle meant you were failing. From where they are now, they see how wrong that belief was. Nothing was wasted. Every pause was protection. Every ending was alignment. Every tear was shaping you into someone who could survive what is coming next. Yes, survive. Because the next chapter of your life is stronger than the version of you that entered the last one. The one who sent this message knows what almost broke you. They know how close you came to giving up on a dream you never fully spoke out loud. They know how many times you told yourself to settle, to accept less, to stop expecting more from life. They are asking you not to do that. Not now. You are standing at the edge of a shift that does not announce itself with noise. It comes quietly. It comes gently. And that is why many people miss it. But you will not. You are about to notice that certain worries no longer follow you. That old fears feel weaker. That your heart reacts differently to situations that once drained you. This is not because you hardened. It is because something has been lifted. The weight you carried for others is being returned to where it belongs. The responsibility you accepted out of love is no longer yours to hold. You are being released from roles you never agreed to but silently endured. That release will feel unfamiliar at first. Peace often does. You may feel moments of emptiness, as if something is missing. Do not rush to fill that space. That space is not loss. It is room. Room for clarity. Room for confidence. Room for a version of you that does not apologize for existing. The one in heaven does not want you looking backward anymore. They already carry the memories. They already hold the love. They already understand. They want you looking forward. Because what is ahead of you requires presence. It requires courage. And it requires you to finally believe that you were never forgotten. This message reached you because the timing matters. And the next part will reveal why this moment, right now, is more important than you think. Stay with it. There is something you have been misunderstanding about your life. You thought the delays meant denial. You thought the silence meant abandonment. You thought the struggle meant you were failing. From where they are now, they see how wrong that belief was. Nothing was wasted. Every pause was protection. Every ending was alignment. Every tear was shaping you into someone who could survive what is coming next. Yes, survive. Because the next chapter of your life is stronger than the version of you that entered the last one. The one who sent this message knows what almost broke you. They know how close you came to giving up on a dream you never fully spoke out loud. They know how many times you told yourself to settle, to accept less, to stop expecting more from life. They are asking you not to do that. Not now. You are standing at the edge of a shift that does not announce itself with noise. It comes quietly. It comes gently. And that is why many people miss it. But you will not. You are about to notice that certain worries no longer follow you. That old fears feel weaker. That your heart reacts differently to situations that once drained you. This is not because you hardened. It is because something has been lifted. The weight you carried for others is being returned to where it belongs. The responsibility you accepted out of love is no longer yours to hold. You are being released from roles you never agreed to but silently endured. That release will feel unfamiliar at first. Peace often does. You may feel moments of emptiness, as if something is missing. Do not rush to fill that space. That space is not loss. It is room. Room for clarity. Room for confidence. Room for a version of you that does not apologize for existing. The one in heaven does not want you looking backward anymore. They already carry the memories. They already hold the love. They already understand. They want you looking forward. Because what is ahead of you requires presence. It requires courage. And it requires you to finally believe that you were never forgotten. This message reached you because the timing matters. And the next part will reveal why this moment, right now, is more important than you think. Stay with it. There is a truth they waited patiently to tell you. Not because it was small, but because it was powerful. From where they are now, they see the moment your life quietly changed without you realizing it. A promise was made over you, not spoken aloud, not written anywhere, but sealed through love. You were never meant to stay in survival mode. You were meant to rise gently. That is why things around you are shifting without force. People are revealing themselves without confrontation. Situations are resolving without struggle. You are being moved into alignment without being pushed. This is intentional. The one who sent this message knows that you have doubted yourself more than anyone ever doubted you. They know how often you questioned your value in silence. They know how many times you stayed quiet to keep peace, even when it cost you your truth. That season is closing. Not with anger, not with loss, but with understanding. Soon, you will feel a sudden clarity about what you deserve. It will not come as arrogance. It will come as calm certainty. You will stop chasing explanations. You will stop proving your worth. You will stop waiting for permission to choose yourself. And when that happens, life will respond differently to you. Opportunities will approach softly. Support will appear naturally. Respect will replace resistance. This is not because you changed who you are. It is because you finally stopped doubting it. The one in heaven wants you to remember this above all else. Their love for you did not end. It evolved into guidance, into protection, into moments like this, where something invisible reaches into your world to remind you that you are not alone. Do not ignore the peace that is coming. Do not question the calm. It is not emptiness. It is the beginning of a life lived without fear, without guilt, and without the weight of the past holding you back. This message found you because you were ready, and what follows will prove it. There is one last feeling you need to understand. It is the quiet pull you feel toward a different version of your life. Not louder, not flashier, just truer. You have felt it when you imagine waking up without heaviness. When you picture a day that does not require you to explain yourself to anyone. That pull is not wishful thinking. It is alignment calling you home. From where they are now, They see how much you underestimated yourself. They see how often you delayed joy because you thought you had to earn it through struggle. They see how you waited for the right time, not realizing the right time has been waiting for you. This is that time. You will notice small confirmations soon. Not dramatic signs, but gentle assurances. A conversation that lands exactly when you need it. A sense of relief after letting go of something you thought you needed. A quiet confidence replacing old fear. Let those moments happen. They are not tests. They are permissions. You are allowed to be happy without explaining why. You are allowed to move forward without carrying everyone with you. You are allowed to choose peace even if others do not understand it. The one who sent this message is not asking you to remember them with sadness. They are asking you to remember them through living fully, through choosing yourself, through trusting your path, through honoring the love that still surrounds you, even now. Nothing has been taken from you. Something has been watching over you. And as you step into what comes next, know this with certainty: you are not behind, you are not forgotten, and you are not alone. This message was never meant to scare you. It was meant to free you. There is a calm settling over your life now, even if everything around you looks the same. That is how real change begins. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with a quiet inner shift where fear loosens its grip. The one who sent this message sees you stepping into this calm. They see you learning to pause before reacting, to listen before doubting, to breathe before assuming the worst. These are not small changes. They are signs of healing. You may notice that certain memories no longer hurt the way they used to. The sharp edges are softening. The questions that once kept you awake are slowly losing their power. This does not mean the past mattered less. It means it no longer controls you. There is a future version of you already forming, shaped by wisdom instead of worry. That version is patient, grounded, unafraid to stand alone if needed, unwilling to abandon themselves to keep others comfortable. This is who you are becoming. And it is happening at exactly the right pace. The one in heaven wants you to trust this process, to stop rushing clarity, to stop forcing answers. What is meant for you will recognize you when you arrive. Soon, you will feel a natural urge to simplify your life, to release what feels heavy, to create space for things that bring steadiness rather than stress. Follow that urge. It is guidance, not coincidence. You are being prepared for a season where peace becomes your default, not a rare moment. A season where your presence feels enough, where your heart feels safe within itself. This message ends, but the connection does not. You carry their love forward through the way you live from this point on. And that is exactly what they hoped for. As this message comes to a close, there is one final reassurance meant just for you. Nothing that mattered was lost. Every love that was real still exists. Every bond that was pure still holds. Every prayer whispered through tears was heard. The one who reached out to you from beyond time does not need remembrance through pain. They feel closest to you when you choose peace, when you laugh without guilt, when you trust your own heart again. You are not being asked to hold on. You are being invited to live. From this moment forward, you will notice a gentler rhythm in your days. Less resistance, more understanding. A quiet confidence that grows without effort. Let it grow. Do not second-guess this calm. It is not emptiness. It is freedom. You have carried enough. You have learned enough. You have loved deeply enough to deserve what comes next. And what comes next will meet you with the same care that guided this message to you. Go forward knowing this. You were guided. You were protected. You were never alone. And you never will be. There is a quiet confirmation settling inside you now. Not excitement. Not fear. Certainty. The kind that does not need proof. This is the feeling they hoped you would reach. The moment where your heart finally understands what your mind has been questioning for so long. You were never being tested. You were being guided away from harm and toward yourself. From where they are, they see how carefully you are being led. Not rushed, not forced. Step by step, your path is clearing. The confusion is thinning. The heaviness is lifting. Even your thoughts are becoming softer. You are not imagining this. You are remembering who you are without the weight. Soon, you will notice that you no longer chase reassurance the way you once did. You will trust your instincts without explaining them. You will walk away from what feels wrong without guilt. You will stay where you feel calm without apology. This is growth that does not need announcement. This is strength that speaks quietly. The one who sent this message is at peace knowing you received it, knowing you listened, knowing you allowed it to reach the places words usually cannot. Nothing more needs to be said. Live gently. Choose honestly. Trust what feels steady. That is how their final wish continues to protect you. There is a soft awareness waking up inside you now. It feels like clarity, but calmer. Like confidence, but quieter. This is what happens when truth settles instead of shocks. The one who sent this message sees you more clearly than ever. Not the version shaped by pressure or expectation, but the one that exists when no one is watching. That is the version they believe in. That is the version they protected. You are beginning to notice how little you need to explain yourself. How peace arrives when you stop trying to be understood by everyone. How freedom grows when you trust your own direction. This is not withdrawal. It is alignment. You may feel drawn to solitude more often now. Not because you are lonely, but because your energy is choosing where it belongs. Silence will feel nourishing. Stillness will feel full. And from that stillness, your next steps will become obvious. Nothing will need to be forced. When something is right for you, it will arrive without pressure. When something is wrong, it will lose its grip without drama. This is how guidance works when it is rooted in love. The one in heaven does not fear for you anymore. They see your strength returning in quiet ways. They see your heart steadying. They see you becoming someone who trusts life again. This is the continuation of their care. Not as memory, not as longing, but as presence. Carry this knowing with you. It will guide you long after these words end. There is a sense of completion forming around you now. Not an ending. A wholeness. The kind that arrives when something finally makes sense without needing explanation. The one who sent this message did not reach out to change your past. They reached out to steady your future. To remind you that nothing ahead of you is random, and nothing behind you defines you anymore. You are stepping into a season where your life feels simpler, not because it lacks depth, but because it is no longer tangled in fear. Decisions will feel clearer. Boundaries will feel natural. Rest will feel deserved. This is the life they hoped you would choose. You will still remember, but remembrance will feel warm, not heavy. Love will feel supportive, not painful. And when you think of them, it will be with gratitude instead of longing. That is how healing completes itself. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are not seeking signs anymore. You are living from trust, not uncertainty. This message came when it did because you were ready to receive it. Carry its meaning quietly. Live its truth gently. And know, with calm certainty, that you are guided, protected, and deeply loved, now and always. What remains now is not instruction, but assurance. You have already stepped into it. There is a subtle steadiness in you that was not there before. A grounded feeling that does not rise or fall with circumstances. This is the result of understanding something important without needing words for it. You are safe to move forward. The one who sent this message does not worry anymore. They see how you pause before giving your energy away. They see how you listen to your inner voice instead of silencing it. They see how you no longer abandon yourself to keep the peace. This is wisdom earned quietly. You will notice that your reactions continue to soften. Situations that once pulled you into anxiety will pass without attachment. You will feel less urgency to fix everything, explain everything, or carry everything. That is not indifference. That is trust. Your life is aligning around who you truly are, not who you had to become to survive. And because of that, what comes toward you will feel honest, clean, stable. This is the lasting effect of the message you received. Nothing dramatic is required now. Nothing needs to be proven. Simply continue living with the calm you have found. That calm is not temporary. It is your new foundation. There is a quiet confidence settling into your life now. Not the kind that announces itself. The kind that stays. You may not speak about it. You may not even fully notice it yet. But it is there in the way you breathe a little deeper, in the way you pause before reacting, in the way your heart no longer panics at uncertainty. This is inner security forming. The one who sent this message sees you standing more firmly in yourself. They see how you are learning to let moments pass without attaching fear to them. How you are trusting that what belongs to you will remain, and what does not will leave without destroying you. This understanding changes everything. You are no longer chasing reassurance from the outside. You are no longer measuring your worth by outcomes. You are no longer waiting for validation to feel whole. You already are. Life will continue to unfold, but it will feel different now. Lighter, cleaner, more intentional. You will sense when to speak and when silence is wiser. When to stay and when to step away. This is discernment, not distance. The connection that brought this message to you remains active, not through signs or symbols, but through intuition. Through the calm knowing that guides you even when nothing is explained. You do not need to look for more messages. This one did its work. Continue forward with trust. Let peace lead your choices. Let your life reflect the calm you now carry. That is how the message lives on. There is a sense of quiet arrival within you now. Not because everything is finished, but because you have stopped fighting where you are. This is an important shift. The one who sent this message sees how you no longer rush to escape discomfort. You sit with it. You listen to it. And in doing so, it loses its power over you. This patience is not weakness. It is mastery. You are beginning to trust timing instead of resisting it, to understand that clarity often comes after acceptance, not before. What once felt confusing now feels simply unfinished, and that feels safe. You are learning that peace does not mean nothing happens. It means nothing controls you. From this place, your choices will become more intentional. Your words will carry weight without force. Your presence will feel steady to others, even when you say very little. This is the influence of alignment. The one in heaven rests easily knowing you have found this balance. Knowing you are no longer measuring progress by urgency, but by honesty. Knowing you are becoming someone who moves through life with awareness instead of fear. There is nothing more you need to seek. You are exactly where you need to be. And from here, everything unfolds naturally. There is a quiet trust growing stronger inside you now. It shows itself in small ways. In how you no longer replay conversations in your mind. In how you release the need to control outcomes. In how you accept that not everything needs an answer immediately. This trust is earned. The one who sent this message sees how gently you are learning to live. Not cautiously, gently. With awareness instead of fear. With patience instead of pressure. This is not something you forced. It unfolded naturally. You are beginning to understand that your life does not need constant correction. It needs presence. When you are present, the right choices reveal themselves without struggle. This is why things feel simpler now. Not empty. Clear. The weight you carried for so long was never meant to stay with you. It taught you what it needed to teach you. And now, it has loosened its grip. You do not need to hold on to it to prove strength. You already proved that. From where they are, they see you moving with quiet confidence. No longer asking life to explain itself. No longer waiting for certainty before trusting yourself. This is freedom in its truest form. You are not rushing forward. You are not stuck behind. You are moving exactly as you should. And that is enough. There is a gentle clarity shaping the way you see everything now. It is not sudden. It is steady. You are noticing how easily you let go of what once pulled at you. How your heart stays calm where it once tightened. How your thoughts move forward instead of circling the same doubts. This is inner alignment settling in. The one who sent this message feels peace knowing you are no longer questioning your worth in silence. You are no longer asking life to convince you that you matter. You are allowing yourself to exist without justification. That is powerful. You are beginning to understand that not every door needs to reopen, and not every ending needs to be explained. Some things close simply because they have completed their purpose. And that is okay. From this place, you will attract experiences that feel honest and grounding. Relationships will feel mutual. Effort will feel balanced. Your energy will be respected without you demanding it. This is the reward of living from truth. The connection that guided this message continues quietly, not as direction, but as support. A steady presence that reassures you without interrupting your freedom. You are not being guided toward something you are not ready for. You are being guided toward yourself. And that journey feels right. There is a peaceful confidence resting in you now. Not the kind that needs reassurance. The kind that remains even when nothing is certain. You may notice that your life feels quieter, not because things stopped happening, but because your inner world is no longer at war with itself. Decisions feel simpler. Boundaries feel natural. You no longer feel guilty for choosing what feels right. This is inner harmony. The one who sent this message watches you move with grace now. Not perfection. Grace. You allow mistakes without punishment. You allow growth without pressure. You allow yourself to be human without apology. That is healing. You are beginning to sense that your path does not require constant validation. What is meant for you will recognize you through consistency, not urgency. Through peace, not intensity. This understanding changes how you move forward. You will no longer chase what runs from you. You will no longer cling to what drains you. You will no longer shrink to fit spaces that do not honor you. From where they are, they see this shift clearly. And they are content. You are walking into your life with awareness, not fear. That is exactly what they hoped for. Please support. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $10. Your super thanks is a powerful act of faith.